What's going on, Gifted Hands family? It is Elijah here bringing you another lesson. And today we're going to be talking about F sharp major harmony and theory, specifically gospel harmony and theory. You know, that's what we do here at Gifted Hands Music. We talk about gospel and jazz. And we've made it through C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp. I think we did G as well. I kind of skipped F sharp. So we're going through all these keys and we're talking about how to get comfortable with playing in F sharp major. So there's a couple things you need to be able to play an F sharp major, right? Some basics that you gotta know. What's the first thing? If you want to play an F sharp major, you gotta know the F sharp major scale, right? So let's play that. All right, that's F sharp major scale, 2 octaves. So you got that. That's the first thing you need to learn. Get comfortable with your major scale. After you get your major scale down, then we want to jump into our diatonic chords. And if you don't know already, haven't watched any of the other videos, diatonic chords are just simply for each major scale, right? There's 7 notes. So for F sharp major scale, there's 7 notes. All of our major scales are 7 notes. So each note of our scale has an associated chord that goes along with it, right? So for F sharp, this is our 1 chord. Our 1 chord is major. Our 2 chord is minor. 3 chord is minor. 4 chord is major. 5 chord is dominant. 6 chord is minor. 7 chord is half diminished. And then 1 chord is major. All right. And I'm playing some extended voicings just because. But those are the diatonic chords, 1 through your 7 chord. You want to learn that, all right? After you get that down, then the third thing you want to learn. Third thing we're going to learn is going to be our cycle of fifths, not to be confused with the circle of fifths. Cycle of fifths, a diatonic cycle of fifths, okay? And that's just this simple progression right here. It's going to be 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, 6, and then we can start it over. 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6. 2, 5, 1, 4, pass, 7, 3, 6. 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6. All right. So 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6. That's our diatonic cycle of fifths. Okay. And those chords don't have to fit the diatonic scale, right? Meaning we can change up some of those chord qualities. And in gospel and jazz, you'll hear that that's pretty much standard, is to switch up the chord qualities, it seems like. But those are the 3 basic concepts that you gotta learn, okay? Once you learn those three things, you should really be set and be able to play in that key. You should be able to play basic songs in F sharp major, right? And if you want me to break down like note for note how to play your diatonic chords, how to play the cycle of fifths in a more beginner way, I do that in a lot of our masterclasses actually. So check out the Gospel Keys Masterclass. Check out our Gifted Hands Academy as well. I'm breaking down all of these different things in all 12 keys. So I'm going to teach you how to play your major scales in all 12 keys. I'm going to teach you how to play the diatonic chords in all 12 keys in a basic way, beginner, intermediate, and advanced way. I'm going to also teach you how to play the cycle of fifths in a beginner, intermediate, and advanced way, okay? So just check out those resources. They're down in the description, and I'm also doing some free workshops for gospel and neo soul. So check that stuff out. But like I said, after you learn those 3 things, you should have a solid foundation to be able to play in F sharp major. So what if you already know all that stuff? You're like, man, E, I got that. That's simple. Like, that's straightforward. What do we do next? Like, I'm trying to be saucy on the keys, right? Me too. I want to be saucy. But so if you want to take it a step further, then you got all the basics, the foundational stuff down. What you want to do now is just start learning challenging songs. Just learn challenging songs that are going to push you and that are going to make you play things that aren't basic in that key, right? So just like in that cycle of fifths, there's songs that are going to take those diatonic chords or take like your cycle of fifths, and they're going to add or they're going to top on like extended chords. They're going to top on altered chords. They're going to stack on runs and licks and hits. So you want to find those types of songs that are going to build upon the basics that you already know in the key, all right? So Jonathan Nelson has a song called The Blood, and this song is in F sharp, and we're gonna use this as a song example for this lesson, all right? So the song is not super complex, it's not too complicated, but it does have some chords that don't belong to F sharp that aren't diatonic, all right? So we'll use this as a song example. So it goes like this. So that's kind of how the song goes, right? And so, yeah, that's the song. We're in F sharp major. So how does this song help us like just expand our chord vocabulary, expand our skills? So when we're learning songs like this, there's a simple process that we want to follow. First thing we want to do is just learn the song form, right? So if we're listening to this song, we need to know, all right, what comes first? Is it the intro? Most songs have an intro. So like this song, it has an intro. So all that is the intro, right? And then what comes next? May come, it won't harm me, whatever. Then we got the verse, right? What comes after that? After that, there's like a pre-chorus. For I'm shielded, I'm shielded. So the pre-chorus comes next, right? Then maybe there's another verse after that. Then we have another pre-chorus. And then I think after that, they jump into the chorus for this song, right? But you need to know, all right, step or section by section, what's coming in the song. That's the first thing you want to do, right? After that, then what you're going to do is just learn the basic chords. Learn the basic chords for this song. So for that like verse section, right? The verse goes like this. Or I already played it, but... something like that, right? So that's the verse. Whatever may come, it won't harm me. That's the actual verse. I don't know what I was just playing. But that's the verse, right? So when we're learning this song, they're actually doing a bunch of stuff. Like there's some filler stuff. I heard something like they're playing a bunch of, like the pianist is doing some filler stuff in the verses that if you jump into it and you try to learn that, it might be frustrating or you may be overwhelmed. You may be like, man, this song's too hard for me. When in reality, you just got to learn it step by step, right? So after you learn the song form, after you get the key that the song is in, just learn the basic chords. So the basic chords for the verse are one. They're playing, so it's like a pedal point, right? We're playing like a pedal point. The bass is just vamping on the 1, 1, 1, 5, 1, 1. Then the piano part or the chords are 1, 5, 4, 4, 5, 5, and what? Yeah, 4, 5, 5. And then we got this chord, which is like the 4 chord as a minor 6. I'm just inverting that. So 4 minor to the 1. So those are the basic chords for the verse, right? So learn those. Whatever may come, it won't harm me. Whatever may come, Learn those basic chords, okay? For each section of the song, you want to learn the basics. It doesn't, like, this song has, if you listen to The Blood, it has a bunch of passing chords, a bunch of progressions. They do something like for I'm shielded. Later on in the song, shielded. Don't even learn all the passing chords. Don't worry about that. Just learn the basics so you can just play the song, you know, from beginning to end. Learn the basics first, all right? And then after you learn the basics, after you make it all the way through the song, you're able to play it like from beginning to end with the basics. What you want to do is go back to it and now listen to it again, right? Listen to it again and then learn specifically if you hear something that the piano part is doing and you want that. Oh, go back and actually spend some time trying to figure out note for note. Oh, what's this pianist doing here? They doing. Oh. Maybe they're doing something like that. I don't know. I'm just playing random stuff, right? But maybe that's what they're doing in the song. So instead of playing ba 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 ba, instead of playing the basic chords, now we can start adding this filler stuff. So maybe instead of playing the basic chords, now we're doing some or not bad, y'all. But yeah, maybe we're just adding some passing progression through. Whatever they're doing in the song, you want to go back and listen to the nuances, because you may have a basic chord or a chord like B minor 6, that this is the bass chord. That's all you really need to play. But going back and listening to it a second time, you hear they do. Instead of just playing the basic chord, they might play a movement like something like that, right? So like all the stuff that you hear me breaking down on this channel, there's other channels as well that are breaking down chord movements. All they're doing is going into songs and they're listening to what these pianists are doing, right? And they're listening and trying to figure out note for note, what are some of these things that these keys players are doing. Whatever it may be, right? Go back and listen to it a second time after you learn the basic chords and figure out note for note what the pianist is doing if you want to, and then as well listen to the passing progressions. So there's some passing progressions in this song. Going into the I think going into the pre-chorus section, right? They do something like, it's like a 6 2 5 1 4 3. They do 4 I'm shielded, which is a version of 6 2 5 1 4 3. I'm shielded, shielded. I'm protected by the blood. Okay, so learn the passing progressions for songs, and this takes time, but it pays off. This is how you really get to the next level, is learning records note for note and figuring out all the different chords, all the different nuances that they're playing in these records. All right. All right. So finally, after you learn song form, after you learn the basic progressions, you go back and listen to the piano part. You figured out the passing chords, the piano nuances, or even you could play bass, you could play guitar. Don't even have to be specifically piano related, but whatever instrument you're playing, going back and listening to your specific instrument's approach to the song and learning the things that you like and that you hear. After you do all of that, then we're going to go back and listen one more time. And the final time that we listen and learn, we're going to listen for licks, hits, and fills, right? So listen and analyze the song to figure out all the hits, all the licks, all the fills that are being played. Licks and fills just mean whatever, you know, that it's a melodic line or figure. That's a lick or a fill. Whatever that is, right? I'm just making stuff up at this point. But figure out the licks, fills, and hits. So like in this song, towards the end of the song, there's a bridge. And a bridge, so I wrote that by the blood. So in this song, right, at the very end of it, the bridge, they're barely playing chords. It's more like a melodic line that everybody's playing. So they start off in, the song is in F sharp major, right? But they switch modes and they go to like a Dorian mode. So they're going like F sharp minor or F sharp Dorian. 1, 2, minor third, 4, 5, major 6, 7, 1. Okay, so they're playing like this Dorian mode. That's our scale, F sharp Dorian. So, yeah, they pretty much created a lick out of the Dorian scale, which is 1, 3, 4, 7, 1, 7, 6, or 3, 7, 6, 1, 4, 3, and then repeating it. So they're vamping that over and over again, right? And then in the bridge, all they do is they modulate that. So we're moving it from F sharp to G minor, or to G Dorian now. They go crazy, right? But with that song, yeah, the bridge is just F sharp, playing that lick. They play the same exact lick now, and then G minor or G Dorian, right? Then they're playing the same exact lick again in the key of A flat. They're playing it over and over again, just modulated from F sharp to G, G to A flat, right? So maybe you save that until the end and you're learning, you hear that. The first go around when you were learning the song, you were just playing the basic progressions, right? The basic chords. So you were like, man, I'll just come back to it. That's fine. Second go around, we learned the piano part, right? But we didn't, and we learned some of the passing chords, but we wanted to leave this to the end. So our final time around, maybe we're learning this lick that's going on in the bridge. You know, any other hits or feels that may be in the song. Listen to all of those little small, minute details. And it takes listening to a song, you know, 8 times, 10 times. Like it takes you learning the song layers deep, right? So learn the top layer, basic chords. Peel that back after you got that. Learn the second layer, which is your specific instrument's parts, right? How you fit into the construct of the song. After you do that, peel that back. Maybe learn the passing chords and the passing progressions. After you do that, peel that back. And then final layer is, like I said, those hits, those licks, those feels. And by going layer by layer by layer and listening over and over and over again to the song multiple times, you're gonna catch things every single time you listen to it, right? So this is how you really take your playing in each specific key in the key of F sharp, and you get better at it, right? This is how you level up. You learn the basics first, and then we learn songs that challenge our playing ability, that do things like go from F sharp major to F sharp Dorian, things that we're not comfortable with, right? Maybe something like this. This is a song you need to learn. So find challenging songs, whatever that is for your skill level. Find challenging songs that push you and that help you to continue to grow, and they stretch you further. All right, that's it for this lesson. That's all I got for you today. We'll be back very, very soon with another lesson. So just keep practicing, keep growing, keep getting better at your craft, and I will see you very, very soon.